Welcome everyone to Neverwinter on PC. My name is Rainer and today I will try to be giving you a short introduction into Mod 19 to give you guys an overview of what has changed in Mod 19. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you would like to see more information of videos about Neverwinter, hit the subscribe button. So, we're on the new Mod 19 map here. Let's start by telling you this. If you want to go here, if you're on preview, you start the quest line to get here at Sergeant Knox. So not in Vadenas. You go to Sergeant Knox, he will send you to Ulrich, and Ulrich will, basically it's like 5 minutes work, and you will teleport in a ball like that at the back here. You will teleport to this new area, this new map. The map is still called Avernus. I don't know if this is going to be the final thing. By the way, very important also to add, everything in this video is subject to change. So this is preview and everything can still change. I'm not expecting the whole map to change, of course, but there can be still some changes. So the map is called Avernus, as I said. I think this will still change because we already have a map Avernus, but we will see. Avernus is split up into 5 areas, I guess. You have here, I'm not sure anymore what it's called, the Fort Knucklebone, I guess. You have here, this is where you get in, but it's not where you will do most of your questing. This is just the entry stuff. Then you have here a big area which is called the Wastes, and here we will be doing some interesting stuff. Somewhere in the middle of the Waste we have this Wandering Emporium, which is the main hub for quest getting, and then we have 3 areas where you'll be doing quests. We have the docks, the Stygian docks, we have the Scab, and we have the Harriman's Hills. So here we'll be doing the questing. You can also go down to the River Styx here. And we also have here the Bleeding Citadel, which you'll be able to go to somewhere at the end of the campaign. I haven't been there yet, but it seems like you can do a lot here, and there seems to also be a Huntmaster here. So this map has a lot of new things. We have, of course, we also have new heroic encounters. As you can see, we have a big heroic encounter and some small ones as well. We have angels and devils here fighting each other in the Blood War. You can see here that the devils are winning. That's indicated with this red bar. If the angels will be winning, it would go to this side. I don't know 100% how this works, because I don't know if it worked on Owlbear, but I would expect that if you kill devils, this bar will go to the right, and if you kill angels or something along that lines, or you don't kill angels, this will automatically go to the right. You can also see the same colors here, and it's not the same as Barovia. It's not like a clock that's ticking, but this is just another indication of this same bar, and if it reaches this arrow, it means it reached the max. Once that happens, what I think happens, I've never seen it before, but what I think happens is a big enemy will spawn either in the Scab or in the Stygian docks, depending on which side it goes up to, because this is also something that you will get in a quest. And here you will also see a Huntmaster. There will be some kind of hunts, I'm expecting, and there's also maps on this map. So treasures to hunt, a lot of new things. One more thing that's new on this map, and maybe you guys have already seen this. I've been also streaming this yesterday. It's rather amazing. You can already see some cars lying around here. It's really steampunky, this area. It already looks like. a little bit like Mad Max. But if you go out into the wastes, as I said, we're going to be doing some fun stuff. We actually have a car, and don't expect a full racing simulator here. The controls are not amazing. If you steer too fast, it just steers more slowly. But yeah, we have also some car AP, and you can do a boost or enable the radio, which is also interesting. Oh, but the boost is, yeah, the controls are amazing. So don't look at my driving. Normally I drive a lot better. But yeah, the boost is interesting because there are some fun things you can do in here, like jump these ramps if you're bored. And you can see you can go very, very fast. And with this you can move very quickly to the different areas. What you can also do here, and how you can get some kind of achievements as well, is kill these things. You can just drive over these, what's it called? Oh, mains? I think they're called mains, but yeah. You get an achievement at 6 kills, and probably some more because there's a number there. There's also infected mains here for some reason. I saw one yesterday as well. Not sure what that's about. Maybe you get something from it, but I haven't seen anything drop from it anyway. But yeah, this is kind of the main idea behind the map. We have very distinct zones, so the docks are not very sandy. It's very metallic. And as I said, you could go down to the river Styx, where you can find a very interesting NPC, I have to say. You might recognize it from the Infernal Citadel. Let me go there real quick. So if you're here, there are a couple of these elevator thingies. You can go down here and it will bring you down. And down here are actually, are these? Yeah, elite enemies. So these enemies are a bit tougher than the other ones. You also need to kill some of these for quests. Let me kill this group real quick that aggroed me. You don't want to have too many enemies here at the same time because it will kill you. Okay, let me find the enemy that I was talking about. Oh, there he is. Dockmaster Arazal. So this is the first boss from Infernal Citadel. And he actually has the same attacks as there. So you can see he has the spine attack, he had this tail attack. You can dodge it, of course. But yeah, this is kind of odd that they would put a boss like this on an open map. Of course, he has a little bit less HP, I think. Ouch. That's the spine attack. It still does a lot of damage. But yeah, let's kill him. And he doesn't drop anything special. At least not in this case. So yeah, this is the river Styx, and I think there's also an achievement if you jump in here. You will die, of course. Whee! Jump into the river Styx, see? Anyway, back in the docks. There are some other areas where you will actually see angels and devils fighting. You will see angels being trapped here. I think they're mostly fighting here. There's also some heroics that where you actually do the fighting. Oh, it's actually almost at the top here. Let me use a injury kit. But yeah, that's already way too much for this overview about the map. I hope this gives a good indication of what this map is all about. Of course, there will be follow-up videos about the treasures and the hunts and things like that once I know more. So the second item of this overview, and a really big item in mod 19, is the healing changes. Let me get in here. Well, actually not necessary. Let's stay out here. The healing changes, because healing has been reworked quite a bit. One of the big reasons was to bring healers, end game and early game, a little bit closer together. There was a lot of focus on incoming and outgoing healing, so it was very important to get all these very expensive companions, which I don't have here, I think, which give incoming healing bonus, and some had ridiculous prices actually, and you still had to upgrade them as well, so it took a while and it was very expensive. These bonuses, at least most of them, have been reduced dramatically. One that a lot of people would be using or were using is the tactical enchantments, for example. They went from 6% to 2%. Some other ones, as I already showed you, are the companion bonuses. They have been reduced by 70%. You also have the offhand artifact bonus, which has been reduced by 75%. So this was 10% and now it's 2.5%. And what else? You also have the boons, the personal boons, incoming healing bonus and outgoing healing bonus. Here they are reduced by 50%, and then you also have the stronghold boon, which used to go to 15% if I'm not mistaken, so also 50% down. So a lot of incoming and outgoing healing bonuses have been reduced. I wouldn't say nerfed, because to replace the reduction in that percentage, they actually increase the magnitudes of healing powers immensely. So it has been increased a lot, like tenfold. It's not even a joke. So with the magnitude increase, healing should still feel pretty good. And the thing is, incoming and outgoing healing are still very good. It doesn't mean it's dead. Especially for healers, outgoing healing is still better than power. One more change, or actually there's a couple more changes to healing. One more change to healing is also that critical severity works differently now. Normally when you have, for example, an easy number, 100% critical severity, your damage or healing is doubled. You get 100% more on a crit. For healing, this has been changed. Critical severity is now 50% as efficient. That means if you have 100% critical severity, you don't get 100% extra healing, but 50%. For DPS, nothing has changed in this area, so it's only for healers. So that's just to remove some of the crazy excessive healing that we had. It was basically possible to give people constant AoE healing and AoE shields, which was a little bit OP, and that's what they wanted to get rid of, and I guess that is the biggest reason for this rework. Getting also on that AoE topic, single target healing now has become a lot more potent. If you and actually resource efficient. So in a trial, if you want to heal the tank, and only the tank, because the tank is getting hit most, it's much more efficient to have a single target heal on the tank, because you'll be using a lot less divinity. And if you use too many AoE heals, you will get you will run out of divinity. Another change in healing, I already said it was a rework, man. There's so many changes. We don't have the charging of divinity anymore when you press and hold tab, for example. I think that worked like that for the cleric and the paladin healers. That's not a thing anymore. The tab mechanic is now something else. I will not go into detail what it is now. You will gain divinity now also in combat over time. It's not fast, but you will get it at a constant rate now also within combat. And that's to prevent people from having to stand still and press tab in combat, and yeah, that's it. Now they also can move around and do some other stuff, I guess. Anyway, that's the healing rework. Also, a lot said about that, maybe too much. I will cut some stuff out maybe. Then the next one, and that was what I was streaming yesterday. We have a new trial, and people were expecting that. It's called Cyril's Challenge. A required item level is 26,000, and this thing is not a joke. Enemy ratings 40,000, so armor pen, crit, accuracy 90,000 for DPS. You need a lot of combat advantage, 140,000. The stat caps are also in the Pocket Wiki, by the way, so I already added it there. But yeah, if you have those stat caps, you are still in a world of pain. You need a lot of HP to survive here. But I will do also a video on the Cyril trial, the Cyril's Challenge, in due time. Probably when it's more towards its final state. I will be streaming it though, probably also tonight. And I don't know how many nights that I will be doing that, but I will be streaming it as much as I can. So, a little bit less talk about this, but you can go in and, yeah, it's gonna be painful, sorry. One more thing, there are of course new items, and let's get a little bit into the new items. There is one that is a little bit big, I would say. It's not this, but it's under mounts. There are new mounts, which is not weird for a new mod. But what is special is that we actually have a Mythic mount now. What also, I don't have it yet by the way, but what also is interesting about this mount is the name. You can see with all other mounts, it nowhere says dash account. With this one it does. And the dash account is specific for mounts that are account wide. So what I read into this, and don't pin me on this because I don't know for sure of course, but these mounts you have in single use mounts and account wide mounts, and I'm expecting this one to only be available account wide. So let's see what's in here. The movement speed, as actually already said in earlier developer stream, they had issues increasing it higher than 140%, so they basically kept with the legendary movement. I don't know how that rhymes with the movement of the car, which is very fast. Maybe it's just this area where it's okay because you cannot use the car anywhere else. But yeah, the car is going much faster than legendary movement, so yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it. Why this movement is not up to par with the car. Then we have equip power. It's basically the same as the legendary T-Rex, but just 50% more stats. So we have 7500 power and 7500 armor penetration. And the combat power, basically the same as the T-Rex, the other T-Rex, the legendary ones, but 50% stronger. So it doesn't increase the damage taken by 10%, but by 15%. As for the insignia slots, we still have 1 Regal and 2 Universals. I was expecting 3 Universals on a Mythic mount, but whatever, it is what it is. Is it also Regal on this one? It is. So one more thing to add about this mount. As I said, I don't have it yet, but I'm expecting, because this is a different combat power than this one, that these two will stack with each other. I don't think they will stack with other mythics. So if you have multiple mythical mounts in a party, I don't think the same 15% will stack on top of itself, but I am expecting these two to stack with each other. So there's some ways there to increase the damage of the party if you have that mythical mount. Then there's also a lot of new companions. I will get into that later. What I do want to get into in this video is the new weapons. and also some changes to old stuff. But let's go to the new weapons first. We have the Hellfire engine set, which goes up to item level 1100, which is more than what Lionheart went to before. If you look a little bit further to the left, you can see that Lionheart doesn't go to item level 1010 anymore. It goes to 1200. And this is basically to still make it better than the easier to get weapon sets. So this weapon set you get in the campaign store, the Hellfire engine set, so it's not that difficult to get. And this is basically the new starter gear, I would say. You still have to grind it, of course, so you cannot get it directly. You have to grind it and restore it. But yeah, this will be something that players will get relatively quickly. The set bonus is not that fantastic. It's actually very bad. But yeah, it's a lot of damage on this gear, so this will make other content a bit easier, like also Tower of the Mad Mage, for example. Then artifact set. Do we have to go through that? I will talk through the artifact set and all the other gear that is in here later on. Let's just do the weapons for now. The next weapon in the list is the Legion Guards weapons. You get this from treasure maps. So here's the treasure maps that are in Avernus. They still need to be mapped out. We had a couple of them before, but they disappeared. So we have to do that again. But yeah, these are item level 1150. The previous one was 1100. So these are in between Lionheart and the other ones. The weapon set here is okay-ish, I guess. If everyone is using it, you get 5000 stats of power, combat advantage, defense, and critical avoidance, which is okay-ish. I mean, if you don't have Lionheart, this will probably be a lot better than the Hellfire engine or anything else you can get. Then we go to the Celestial set. The Celestial set is the thing that you get from the new Zaril's challenge trial. So this naturally is going to be the highest item level weapon set, and this one goes up to item level 1300, which is a lot. Basically, only because of the item level and the weapon damage upgrade, it does almost 10% more damage. So just on that part, it's already worth to swap to the new weapon set. The set bonus is very interesting. I haven't been able to test it yet because I haven't gotten the bow yet. I don't think it was available, but it's an interesting set, and I think it has some synergy with trapper builds, but I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I'm just going to not make this video too long. I'm going to talk about the new gear, the other gear, and what I think is very good gear to get in Mod 19 in another video. If you have any remarks in this video or any suggestions on what to investigate next, feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.